Mojo in the morning. Good to have you guys listening to this radio show. You've picked the right time to listen because anytime that listeners can hear us call another person out for their rudeness, they love listening to it. And that's where we're going to be going here on this one because Kevin got called out by Lydia, our producer, and Zach, our executive audio director, for being quite aggressive in his text messages. What's going on?
It wasn't even like that, to be honest with you. And let me pull up the text message. I think that I've reached a point in my life where I'm out of touch with certain things, and I just got to come to grips with that. Because apparently proper punctuation at the end of a sentence means you're out of touch.
You just found that out?
I guess so.
Okay.
You never told me, Megan. I blame
you.
So here's the thing, though. I put a period at the end of a sentence, and apparently you can't do that anymore, or it gives off a certain tone.
Yeah. It gives off old, so that's...
Wait, in text messages, I use all the proper...
Let me tell you, the kids these days will roast you for just,
Then roast me. I think it looks dumb when you don't use punctuation.
So here's the text message. So we're going to the wedding this weekend, right?
It was a wedding for our listener, Amanda.
Yeah, shout out to Amanda and Andrew.
And
the girl in the green dress. Everybody looked incredible. So we're carpooling, and Lydia trying to figure out, what time everybody coming. 2:30 is the time. We gonna meet at the station, blah, 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 blah. I'm leaving Josiah at home alone, so I can't be up in Ann Arbor all night and all day because I got to get back to Joe, make sure he good.
Yeah.
So it comes to the point where I'm like, this is literally my text message. I don't want to kill y'all vibe if we get there and y'all having fun. Because if one person is going to drive, if y'all having fun, I don't want to say, hey, I got to go. I don't want to kill y'all vibe. So I don't want to kill y'all vibe if we get there and y'all having fun, period. As the punctuation of my sentence. That's my sentence. That's all I said. Lydia, not the period. With all these laughing emojis. What is wrong with saying that and adding a period on it?
I think it was the connection to what you had said prior to that.
What was said prior?
Well, what did you say this morning when you woke up? You texted me.
But I said, I don't want to go. Mm-hmm. That's what I said.
Yeah. And then it
No, that's not. Look, I'm looking at our text messages.
That's in our thread. That's in our thread at the group chat. Go to mine and your thread.
I got your name in my phone.
And he used a period or didn't use a period?
Chlamydia Lydia.
He used a period. And he kept...
You have from your phone as Chlamydia Lydia?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
That is so rude.
What the heck?
Why is that rude?
Why are you calling her Chlamydia Lydia?
She
doesn't have chlamydia?
In college. Oh, I had a Finsta called Chlamydia Lydia that got exposed in college. So that's a separate story. But him and I were texting in the morning, and he was like, "I'm not trying to go." Blah blah blah. And then we finally get in the group chat, and everything is period. But then if you look at our thread, there's no periods. You've never sent a period to me a day in your life.
Let me see.
And then he started sending periods because I was like, "You're going to this wedding."
You're sensing that his text messages got a little bit aggressive just about this particular thing.
When you send a period, that means it's escalating.
Is it any punctuation or just the period?
I think it's just the period because you went from no periods ever. If you look at since the day I met you and we've been texting and we text every day.
There are question marks.
Question marks. You've never sent a period.
All right. Well, I'm looking.
So,
some things aren't full sentences though. Like Lydia sent me this. Lydia sent me this thing last night. Said DoorDash prices so high it'll make you want to dig in your ass and eat what you had last night. I said corn still intact. You know what I mean? So that doesn't require punctuation.
Okay.
You did not put a period or an exclamation point on it.
So he wasn't excited.
Sometimes into our conversation.
Do you think this correlates with saying K and OK and KK?
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I was going to say. I hate it when people say any of those things and without punctuation. It drives me crazy because to me it's
really. I think
spicy.
if you say okay with a period, that is very more spicy than if you just said okay. And I think a K.
I just don't like
when somebody.
it has to have an exclamation point.
I
after
hate
it.
thumbs up. I think thumbs up
when they double tap and hit the thumbs up.
No, if they just put the thumb. If they have the yellow thumb.
Oh, the actual emoji.
Yeah, so if they have the thumb, if they put the thumb, like if you say, hey, can you do this? And they do the thumbs up, it's basically saying, go F yourself, Mojo. So there's sometimes where I'll get that occasionally from some of you all.
Oh, that's like a Megan thing.
They're not in the room right now. KP does it.
Oh, for real?
She'll give me a thumb up.
Oh, I send it all the time, but if you type okay, it suggests that as the replacement.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be like nicer, like got it. If I type
I don't
got
like
it,
that.
it will give you the.
But
I don't like the thumbs up emoji. I don't mind it when you're like when it's an option on the.
I think that's more.
See, I'm fine with that too.
See, I don't
I'm fine
mind
with the
that.
thumbs up on that. I don't like the thumbs up emoji.
Tony Travato, our boss, will tell you if I text him and he only responds okay with nothing, I will say, redo your reply with punctuation because I don't like it.
But Shannon, I think if you do okay and you put a period,
sure.
that's kind of passive aggressive.
That's the one where I'm like if I'm mad at Wes and my response is okay with a period, that's not good. That's not good. Go hide.
I do okay and do dot 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 and put like a bunch of dots afterwards.
Yeah.
So I'm basically spreading out my okay.
See, I'm the opposite when it comes to being able to hold down whatever the message the person sent. And then you get that list of ha or exclamation point or thumbs up and down.
Yeah.
If I send you a message and you double tap and you just hit the thumbs up on my message, that's you telling me to F off, basically.
Oh my God.
Or you
There's
done
no
with the
way.
conversation.
There's absolutely no way.
It's not. That's why you got to pick up the phone and call.
There are some
I'm
people.
assuming.
There are some people in my life that I have to do a voice message to, because if I write a text message, they read everything as I'm not happy with them. Mm-hmm. So I will have to like physically go, hey, just seeing how you doing. But like I'll literally do the voice message. They have to click on the voice message thing on there because people. First off, what do they always say? They say you put it in, if you put it in writing or put it in text, it's how it's, interpreted, everything can be interpreted completely differently.
I had to start sending voice notes to Josiah's mom because I feel like our conversation, everything I read coming from her had some extra spice to it. It was sriracha in there. I was like,
really?
Yeah, everything she read for me, I'm like, okay, let's just voice it. Let me just call you right now.
That's actually
so I don't
really,
get in there.
And
really good
do
idea.
you say, hello, Josiah's mom?
Sometimes, or be like, I call her by her first and her middle name. That's what she know. It'd be pissed.
Oh, really? When you do that, then that's like when you're a kid and you got in trouble and your parents would call you.
I'd be picking at her.
Yeah. 844 Mojo Live. 844. By the way, you can't text us right now because our text is down. I know it sounds weird to say this, but our text went down. So you can't give us any passive aggressive text. This is actually a good thing, right?
Yeah, because everybody would be doing that.
So you got to call us up, and I want you to call us up and tell us how a text got misinterpreted, or somebody misinterpreted something that you sent.
The best thing you could send is a GIF. I love
agreed.
GIFs. Send me all the funny
But
GIFs.
you know what's funny though is now people they'll get upset by the GIFs that you're sending.
Why? Get a life.
Because
Come on.
They'll sit there and say, I had a guy sent a Steve Harvey gift. So a white dude sent a Steve Harvey gift, and one of the people that was in the text that he was doing it thought that he was being
that
racist.
Steve Harvey GIF's the best one. I know it's this.
Right, Steve
It's
Harvey's the
him
greatest.
laughing. I love
But
that
he got
GIF.
some
I
funny
use that
GIFs,
GIF
yeah.
all the time.
His gifts are awesome, but one of the people said in the gift, it was kind of a Karen. She said, that is the most racist thing that you chose.
Oh, God.
You chose a black man as the gift. I'm like going, it's Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey. I don't see color with Steve Harvey.
I remember I used to work at a company before here, a couple companies ago, and one of the CEO sent like a black thumbs up in it, and they said like, "What are you doing, bro? Like, you got to actually like go select that." They made a thing of it too. So
Really?
I feel like that's different.
That's way different.
That's way different.
Jessica, what's up?
Hey, how's it going? First time, long time.
Hey there.
yeah, Jessica on the phone.
We just gave you the thumbs up on that one.
All color appropriate.
What's going on?
So every time I'm talking with my mom, I have to say LOL or haha, or I'll get a text back saying, "Are you being smart?" Or she'll think I'm being rude or something. It's like all about how you sound through text. It just sounds so much more rude for some reason.
Wow. So I think LOL is passive aggressive. Like I think if you say LOL, that comes across a little more passive aggressive than if you do the crying, laughing thing.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like I'm laughing at, like basically laughing at her, but for some reason, whenever I don't put that in there, I got to make it sound like I'm like, oh, okay, I'm like, haha.
Yeah.
She just thinks it's
You know what I think we are all so goddamn uptight that we all are taking everything way too seriously, So.
Right, yeah. What does the world come to where we actually have to make it seem like we're joking through text message?
Right.
Coming off rude.
Exactly. We have way too many ways to communicate. That's the problem why. But Hey, thank you for the call. We appreciate it.
Tell that baby we said what's up.
When you hear that, by the way, do you go, God, thank God I don't have like my kids at that age right now? You know, it's like,
Man, Journey don't really cry like that for real. She just be hungry.
Don't you think people are getting ruder via text, though? I feel like people are nastier in a text message group than they would be to your face.
really?
I think that's the case for all social.
Absolutely. I think people get really rude on text message really fast.
Well, I think people are just ruder in general, but I that's interesting though that you're saying that through text they're more because people always won't say it to your face.
Oh yeah,
They'll just
Anything
post it.
technology wise,
Hide behind the
emails,
screen.
everything.
yeah.
Yep.
Deasia,
Good morning.
what's up?
Not too much. Still heading to work.
Yes, we don't want turn around, go back home.
Yeah.
Don't have to tell me twice.
I like it. We're talking about how Kev is just a rude mother effer.
Not true.
So my parents kind of do the same thing with their punctuation. Like if they text me and they respond with like, "Oh, okay," they'll do the ... afterwards as if they're like worried or concerned or like they're not telling me something. And I don't like it because I read that text message as like a what's wrong? Like,
Yeah. That's what people thought too.
Like
I do
what?
I do the ... because I don't ever know if it's a complete sentence or not. So I just do it like this is just what my thought is. But that's interesting.
That's like an unsure
My
okay.
anxiety can't. My anxiety can't.
Do you know, I had somebody say to me the other day, they said, "We know you voiced a text." And I said, "Why is that? Does it show it up on the thing?" And they said, "No, it's not that. Your punctuation is actually good." I put commas at times where there should be commas.
Now, a lot of times, some of my contacts will say "sent with Siri" underneath it. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So you know.
My voice to text pisses me off.
Mine's been
It,
bad
it
lately.
does. It's not accurate. It's
Mine's
harder
been
to go back
terrible.
and fix the text than it is for me to just type it.
Well, you know what it makes me think, and Megan, and I don't know if this is the case for you, that I do run on sentences when I talk.
No, I'll even tell it punctuation. I'll even tell it like question mark and then continue and then exclamation point. And it'll be so wrong that I'll pull over in my car to retype out the text.
Does it ever spell out the punctuation that you're actually asking for?
It's infuriating.
What's up, Robin?
Hi.
Hi, Robin. That was with an exclamation point at the end of it.
That felt condescending.
I actually have two things. So my mother, when she was alive, but bless her soul, she had asked me to find, there had been a death, and she had asked me to find the text thread so that she could, figure things out. And so I go to find it, and I'm like, "Mom, what are you doing?" She had, she thought LOL meant lots of love. And so she sent all these sympathy messages finished with LOL.
Oh, no.
And it was like, "Mom, I looked at your list. I'm so sorry for your loss, LOL."
Oh no.
And then secondly, you guys, I have an even better one, and I still have this on my voicemail. I will never erase it for the rest of my life. But I had a dear, dear friend who was calling me to vent about something, but she thought she was texting me, and she was voicemailing me. And so her voicemail is like, "I just need to vent." Exclamation point. I do not. It is the best voicemail I have ever heard in my entire life.
Oh, that's great. Thank you for the call.
Wanted to share that. Thank
We
you.
appreciate you. What's up, Ashley?
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. So I work in human resources, and I feel like there's like this generational gap, like when you're communicating on like teams. I've had like my younger generation come to me and be like, "My boss is being super passive aggressive when they're responding to me," and I've had to like go and coach like the older managers about like, you can't just send a thumbs up to a response to like your younger team members. You can't use the word "K," like that comes off as like you're pissed at them. So we need to kind of sway our logic and our thinking and make sure that we're actually typing full words and you're getting your message across like super clearly. And I've had to be like, instead of using a thumbs up, let's use like a thank you.
That's
or
wild.
something.
That's wild. You have to train.
Yeah.
The world has gotten sensitive. We got to be careful.
Absolutely.
Has
Wow.
the world gotten sensitive or has communication changed like it always has?
Well, you just got sensitive
For
to
sure.
that. So
For sure.
I don't know.
But honestly though, like I've found more value in explaining myself through a message so nothing gets misinterpreted.
Yeah.
Because so often I can send short text messages or it's like we know what we're trying to say, but it isn't always received in the way. that you intended to be received.
Yeah.
Like people hear things differently than you say it, but if you
People
fully
read
explain
things differently than you meant for them to be read. Yeah.
Well, and I also believe too that the intention is there's always going to be somebody who's always going to take the intention as being a negative intention.
But I also think it's on your it's your responsibility to learn how to communicate with others and to adapt to new situations. I mean, if you travel outside of this country, you would communicate differently with different cultures, just like different age groups.
I think sometimes though, if I'm too focused on how the message will be received, then I won't say exactly what I need to say.
Yeah. Well, and then you know that's not the I don't know. I think that there's some of those relationships that should not be done on text. You should actually do it verbally. What's up, Charisse?
Hi. First time, long time.
Hey.
Okay. Charisse on the phone.
And can I say happy birthday to my son? He's 7 today.
What's his name?
But I hate when people do the extra question marks. Like if you ask something like, I don't know, for example, so how's your day going? And it's like question mark, question mark, question mark.
Oh my God.
Question mark. And I'm like, why
I do
you
that.
need?
I do
I was
that.
going to ask you, do you do that, Mojo?
I do that. Yeah, I do that with question mark, and then exclamation point, question mark. I do
There's
it.
no rhyme or rhythm to your punctuation.
To respond to you, like, am I not answering on time?
It means I want to know now, and you better answer me, Charisse. Like when Kevin just asked you what your son's name was, and it was his birthday, and you completely overshadowed him.
His name is Jerron.
Happy birthday, Jerron!
Exclamation point, exclamation point.
I'm going to play this for him on the podcast because every morning at the bus stop, we sit in the car and he's like, I already know you're listening to Mojo in the morning.
I love it. I love it.
Is it that funny? And I'm like, yes, it is.
Aw, we love you. Well, hey, happy birthday.
I love you.
What do you guys got planned today? You got a Dairy Queen cake or something? What are you going to get?
Well, unfortunately, I work midnights. I've been working for the last 4 days. But I did stop and get him some nice gifts to open this morning before school. I'm actually sitting outside of Kroger right now waiting to listen to Mojo's voice so that I can go shop for some balloons.
You were the best.
Get cupcakes for his class. I'm going to drop them off as class, try to get some sleep, and then take it from there, and we'll do something this weekend when I'm off.
Kroger cupcakes, by the way.
This is Mom. Hey, hold on. Lydia.
Yes.
Give this woman a Kroger gift card. We're going to give you...
No.
We're going to give you a gift card so that you can. We want to take care of that for you. We love Kroger and they love us, and we got gift cards.
So much. Mojo, I've been listening to you since I was in middle school. Just so you know. Now I don't want to show my age.
Thank you.
But
by the way,
yes.
How is that when I'm only 20 years old?
I don't know because I'm only 19.
Isn't that crazy? Look at us. Watch out! Now we're getting into Diddy territory. We'll
Get
talk.
some baby oil with the Kroger
We'll
card.
talk to you later. Hold on.
No.
Hold on. Give her a gift card. Attention, Kroger shoppers. Charisse is on her way in to get some balloons, and then she's got to get herself a nap before she goes back to work.
I want.
Shannon's Dirty coming up in less than 30.
Give it to me. Mojo in the morning.
All right.